I had a conversation with a friend of mine who was having a hard time with their child because they said they didn't want to finish school. I'm going to tell you one of the reasons why school is important from a practical standpoint. And if you young people are listening and you're debating on whether or not you should stay in school because you're tired or you feel it's too hard, you might want to listen to this because it might save your life. Let's say, for instance, you do go into a career, let's say show business or sports or something like that, and you don't have a formal education. First of all, a lot of people that are in show business and who are involved in sports who are athletes, they have an education. They have graduated high school. Most of them have a college education as well. And you have to understand that even though you don't have that education, and let's say you do make a lot of money doing what you're doing, you don't have the common knowledge that it takes to even manage finances. You haven't studied accounting. You haven't studied math. So what do you have to wind up doing? You have to wind up hiring someone to handle all your funds for you. And you don't know that person from a can of paint. They could look great online, have a 5-star rating with the Better Business Bureau. I don't even know if they have a 5-star system, to be honest with you. But the point is that doesn't make them a scrupulous person. You hear in the news all the time about people who have scammed people out of money. You're putting yourself in a position to be taken advantage of. People can see you coming because the first thing they think about is the fact that you're not educated enough to handle your own business. And some people prey on that. So there are a lot of stories that, especially with people in the entertainment industry, if you have to sign a contract and you can't even read or comprehend the words that are in the contract, what do you have to do? You have to go get a lawyer and you have to get these other people. I mean, it's good to have a lawyer in the first place, but you would have to spend more money with the lawyer because they're going to spend time reviewing documents that are some of the documents are easy enough for you to understand if you just stayed in school a little while longer. Those people get paid by the hour. Paralegals get paid by the hour. So if it's a simple contract and you don't even understand what's in it, you've got to hire that person and pay them more of your hard-earned money. You see where I'm going with this? You have to outsource a lot of your money to people to do things that if you just taken a little bit of time to learn about them, you can do it yourselves. And you're putting your whole fate in these people. You're putting all your trust in these people, and you don't even have the knowledge to even check behind them. So if you want to spend the rest of your life paying people to do things that you didn't take the time to learn, that's going to chip away at your legacy. And think about having to pay these people for years while you're doing what you do. Think about that. When all you have to do is take a class or complete a course. And there are some people that target people just like you. And sometimes they'll charge you more money than the person who has education because they figure you're not smart enough to figure it out. So I'm going to go ahead and charge them $250 an hour because they don't have an education in this, so they can't double check on me. They can't check up on me. But this other person over here, see, they have a little bit more knowledge, so I'm going to charge them less of a fee. Because, see, I don't want them paying too much attention to what I'm doing. And I'm going to have to try a little bit harder with that person because they're going to check behind me. So I better be straight with them. You see where I'm going with this? So it's important for you to get all the knowledge and education that you can to make it in this world. Now, don't wind up being an educated fool because there's a lot of people that have a lot of education and they don't even know how to deal with the world. They have no coping skills and don't know how to deal with people. Listen to my previous audios where I touch on that. But if you feel that it's not valuable to know anything about accounting and budgeting and, basic legal matters and things like that, you're going to wind up paying through the nose for those services, and it's going to mess up your pocketbook and it's going to mess up your legacy, and you're going to have less to leave when you leave this earth. So do it so you can cover yourself. Don't let these people make a fool out of you. People who don't educate them, who don't keep themselves educated, are the target for scammers. That's how scammers make all their money. They look for the vulnerable spots. And if people are following you and they realize that you don't have that much education, they are running you down. And you don't have sense enough to even know whether or not these people's intentions are good or bad because you haven't had the education in that particular field. You just went and grabbed someone. So put yourself in a position where you could at least double check the work that these people are doing. Have some knowledge about the services they perform for you. Just saying.